Hey, what's up and welcome back to Graphic Heroes. Now, today we are jumping right back into the Superman All-In storyline. This is it's issue 22. So this is picking up with Doomsday dealing with the Time Trapper. The Caligan people have come to Metropolis. They've come to Earth. They are demanding that Superman turn over Doomsday or they're going to destroy the entire planet. That's the gauntlet that was thrown down in the last episode. So for anyone jumping into the channel right now, I'm going to do a quick blast through kind of recap of what's been happening in the last few issues so we can jump into this as soon as possible on a clean slate. Here we go. So in episode 19, we're introduced to the Time Trapper for the first time. And at the end of episode 19, well, it's not the first time I think we're introduced to the Time Trapper, but it is the first time the Time Trapper reveals himself to Superman to be actually Doomsday from the future. That was episode 19. And episode 20, the Time Trapper's here. There's a battle that ensues with the Doomsday, who was in Hell from last year in the comics. Doomsday in Hell is in Metropolis. He is just going nuts, killing everything. But the Time Trapper pauses time while... It doesn't matter what I'm saying. Basically, here's the deal. We got two Doomsdays on the planet. One is the current Doomsday from Hell. He's very OP. And the other is the Time Lord, Time Trapper Doomsday, who is one death away from turning into a god. And that's what he's done. The Time Trapper has come to Superman and has requested Superman to kill him one more time because he thinks that if he dies one more time, he will turn into an all-powerful, all-omnipotent god who can stop all the violence and death and destruction in the world. And so he's begging Superman. He's not really begging him. He's kind of demanding him. Kill me, bro, so I can turn into a god. My final evolution.
Pokemon!
Alright, so that's that. Then we had episode 21, which was last week, Save the Date. This issue is basically a departure from that storyline. Superman and Lois go on a date because basically Superman's freaked out that his red levels are too high. The red levels in the comic book, basically Superman goes into berserk mode, can't control his emotions, and turns into a Hulk. Not necessarily physically, but emotionally for sure. At the end of episode 21, the Caligan people, they're calling themselves the Aftermath, come in and they say, listen, we're here, we want Doomsday, or we're going to kill you. We're going to destroy everything. And so that's what's going on here. They want Doomsday, or they're going to take out the Earth. A few little highlights in 21, because I didn't cover this thing officially. Jimmy Olsen's kind of a badass. He's dating the Silver Banshee. He's riding motorcycles really fast. Jimmy Olsen is looking cool. Another thing that happens in this is we find out what Doomsday dreams about. That's right. Doomsday is in kind of like a stasis pod, and we get to find out what Doomsday dreams about. And essentially what Doomsday dreams about is the death of Superman and just death in general. The other thing that's kind of fun is we get a Lex Luthor mercy moment. And, oh, okay, so to recap, Lex Luthor is a good guy. That's right. Silver Banshee's a good guy. Parasite was a good guy. Doomsday's coming back because he wants to save the world. Bad guy. And Lex Luthor in the comics, the current comics right now, is also a good guy. He has amnesia, so he doesn't remember his past. And so the current Lex Luthor is trying to do good. He's on the Supercorp. So it's not LexCorp anymore, it's Supercorp, and he's helping run Supercorp to try to do good. And that's kind of the recap to that. So boom, 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 boom. If you want to know more specifically about those issues, hit me up in the comment section and I will just go off on it. And if you really want another video of it, let me know and I'll make it. Otherwise, let's jump into the reason why we're here, all in issue 22 of Superman. Now, they're calling it Planet Doomsday, and I understand why they're calling it that, but it's a little misleading. The issue starts out, not a lot's going on. We got dirty dishes. Perry White's coming in the bottom corner. He's looking up and he's seeing the ships, right? Because at the end of the last issue, the ships are coming, and he sees it. He's like, great, Caesar's ghost. Then we get just this 2-page panel of the ships coming in, and they rephrase what they said. They say, actually, we come in peace, Superman. And Lois is like, what do you mean you come in peace? You just said you're going to destroy the whole planet. And Superman's like, let's go talk to him. So they go inside the ship, and they're talking to this guy. He's the leader of the Aftermath. And he's basically trying to appeal to Superman and Lois to turn over Doomsday to him. And they will handle Doomsday. These are the survivors from the planet where Doomsday, I believe in the Hunter-Prey storyline, had just killed everybody. These are the survivors of that story, and they are come to kind of extract their revenge, and they want Doomsday. And not exactly saying why they want him. And so, of course, they have questions. Superman and Lois aren't really going for it. And then the guy's like, listen, you have a monster on your planet that at any second could break free from its bonds and go wreaking havoc. Is that really what you want? Can you sleep safe at night knowing that that's the choice you've made? Give them to us. We're a people with nothing left to lose, unlike you who has everything left to lose. And at this point, Lois is kind of like, dude, Soup, shouldn't we go for this? This is kind of the solution we're looking for. And then the dude kind of freaks out, and he apologizes. Superman's like, it's cool, bro. I understand. I've been having some issues myself lately. And then Superman starts to think, here's the deal. Here's what worries me about turning this creature over to anyone, is I know that Doomsday was created as a weapon. And yet, I don't know exactly why someone would need a weapon quite like this. And this guy says, give me Doomsday and I promise you won't have to worry about it anymore. And Superman reminds the guy, you know, if you kill him, he's just going to come back stronger. How are you going to contain him? And the dude doesn't exactly answer. He says, we have our ways. We'll put him to use. And it's the we'll put him to use part that really kind of gets Lois kicked in. She's like, aha! You hath revealed yourself, villain, sir. And so the dude gets pretty angry at this point, and he just starts electrifying, like sparks are like shooting out of him, and he's like, we're like in the middle of anime here, right? Kamehameha! Anyway, the guy explodes in like a burst of energy and reveals himself to actually be Radiant reincarnated. Don't exactly know how that happens. He's like, the Aftermath will hear my call. Again, Aftermath is the group of individuals who, you know, suffered the horrific atrocities from Doomsday back in the day. Then we got this wild battle that ensues, right? Everything's blowing up. The people are attacking these people, and the dude bounces, though. And Lois is like, yo, did he just run from the fight? Bing. Superman's like, and Superman's like, nah, man, he's going after Doomsday. And so Superman flies after this guy, and they alert Supercorp that, hey, this is going down. And right around that time, good Lex Luthor has a memory of his time when he was being evil Lex Luthor working with a Brainiac, and he gets an epiphany. I think I know how to handle the Doomsday dilemma, right? Now I'm wondering, what, is he going to like try to shrink him down? Put him in like a bottle? Which would actually be a pretty good solution if they could figure that one out for Doomsday. Like, honey, I shrunk the Doomsday. Anyway, battle goes on, and this Radiant dude just burst into Supercorp, destroying everything, flicks his wrist, Superman's in there, Radiant, don't do it! And Radiant blasts the tube that's holding Doomsday captive. Like, there's a genius idea. Yeah, let's just release the feral monster that wants nothing but blood all over the place. And then something nuts happens. All right, well, before the nuts thing happens, like, everyone's, like, flying out of the building, and thank goodness Supercorp, LexCorp, it's like everyone's got jetpacks, so everyone's totally fine, right? And then you got this nuts thing that happens where Doomsday and Superman are actually fighting on the same side. I'm sorry, I'm going to repeat that. Doomsday and Superman are actually fighting on the same side. That's right. They're both trying to take out the Aftermath people, which doesn't make any damn sense. What? Okay, so yes. Now Doomsday is one step away from just being a hero, right? Anyway, whatever. So I mean, this is a gorgeous page. Don't get me started on just how beautiful this page is. The artwork in this is just gorgeous. I mean, chef's kiss. This is just beautiful Superman drawings. And I really like Superman's suit in this. It's a really good blend of a few elements. Anyway, back to the fight. Jimmy Olsen, yeah, smart Jimmy decides I gotta get a picture of this. So he's got Silver Banshee kind of holding him up in the air. He's trying to get closer and closer. Silver Banshee's like, "Are you sure we should be getting so close to this?" I mean, you got Doomsday there. You got this Radiant guy who's causing trouble for both him and Superman. And then you got Superman's red levels are going nuts. Pretty soon he's going to lose himself. Are you sure we should be getting so close? And Jimmy's like, "Yeah, just a little closer, baby. Just a little closer. Come on. Get me to the action, baby. Oh, almost got the picture." All right, so anyway, sorry about that. I don't know why. I guess the content gets me excited sometimes. Pause. So Radiant sees Jimmy and is like, "One life." And he goes to blasting Jimmy with his energy. Double pause. And just right then, I mean, and Lois sees it happening. Superwoman sees it happening. She's like, "No!" Superman is so busy fighting with Doomsday, all these other things, he's not really paying attention. He's losing himself. But Lois sees it. Jimmy is about to be eviscerated. And then all time stops. And Lois is like, "Whoa, what just happened? Everything is frozen, but I'm not." And then the Time Trapper tries to appeal to Lois. That's right. The Time Trapper's like, "Listen, Lois, it's about time we met. Your man's not really talking to me, and he's not giving me what I want, so I figured I'd appeal to his better half. You know, the one who wears the pants in the family." And so Doomsday from the future, Time Trapping Doomsday, goes to Lois and says, "Look, help me achieve what it is I'm trying to do, and I can stop all this needless death and destruction. Build the alliance with me that your boy toy won't." And so that's kind of where episode 22 ends. So definitely coming back next week for episode 23. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And until then, hey, stay graphic. I should probably really stop saying that, but I'm going to say it for a little while. Stay graphic.